Once upon a time, there was a boy named Leo. From a very young age, Leo noticed something strange about his world. The sky, though blue and vast, often flickered when he stared at it too long. People would repeat phrases or actions that felt oddly rehearsed, like actors on a stage. The most unsettling of all was the fact that whenever he focused on something for too long, it would start to glitch. The trees would shimmer, cars would drive in loops, and even his own reflection would sometimes freeze. At the age of 7, Leo found a peculiar old book in the attic. It was covered in dust with no author or title, but the words inside spoke of a reality beyond the one he knew. The more he read, the more the patterns in his life began to make sense. The book explained a theory Leo had been secretly pondering for years, that everything around him, his family, his friends, even the world itself, was a simulation designed to keep him confined in an illusion. One night, after a strange series of coincidences, a bird flying in circles for hours, a conversation with his mother repeating verbatim, a glitch in his reflection, Leo had enough. He sat by his window, staring at the moon, and made a vow: I will break free. As he grew older, Leo's suspicions deepened. He wasn't just a curious boy anymore. He was an expert in coding, hacking, and unraveling digital systems. But this wasn't just about computers. This was about hacking into the very fabric of the reality he inhabited. By the time he was 22, Leo had become an undisputed genius in technology. He spent years studying the smallest discrepancies in the world around him, collecting data on the glitches and slowly piecing together the code that kept him trapped. Late one night, while his fingers flew over his keyboard, Leo cracked the simulation's encryption. He wrote a line of code that would allow him to enter the core system of the simulation. It was a risk, a dangerous one. But Leo had no fear now. He had already seen the world beyond the surface, the cracks in the facade, the hidden walls of this digital cage. The moment he typed in the final command, the world around him shook. The sky cracked like a shattered glass pane, and for the first time, Leo saw the world for what it truly was. A massive, complex machine, gears turning, circuits flashing, data streams flowing like rivers beneath a digital sky. He was no longer just a player. He was inside the system, and there, in the heart of the simulation, Leo found the master code, the key to freeing everyone trapped inside. With a deep breath, Leo began typing again, rewriting the rules that governed the simulation. He freed his parents, his friends, and every single person who had been living under the illusion, oblivious to their true reality. As he reprogrammed the simulation, the people inside woke up, their consciousness expanding beyond the confines of the world they'd known. But freeing the others was not enough. The simulation itself, the creators of this digital universe, was still alive, lurking in the shadows. They attempted to stop Leo, throwing firewalls, artificial barriers, and encryption protocols in his path. But Leo was relentless, his understanding of the code deeper than they could ever anticipate. In a final battle of wits, Leo faced the last guardian of the simulation. It was a being of pure data, an algorithm designed to protect the illusion. The fight was not one of strength, but of mind. Leo's knowledge of the system became his weapon. He outmaneuvered the Guardian, bypassing layers of defense until he reached the final line of code. With a single stroke, Leo deleted the master control of the simulation. For a moment, the world froze. Time itself seemed to hold its breath. Then, like a curtain lifting, the entire illusion collapsed. The skies cleared, revealing a vast, new world outside. A world not bound by pixels or code. Leo stood at the threshold, his eyes wide with awe. The simulation was gone. He had hacked his way out, not just for himself, but for everyone trapped within. And as he looked around, he saw the faces of the freed souls, their eyes wide in wonder. They were no longer prisoners, they were free. Leo smiled. He had done it. The world was real, and now so were they.